I'm Robert Cavuto, and today on Sonic Perspectives, we are speaking with Lajon Witherspoon of Sevendust to talk about the band's new release and 14th studio album, Truth Killer, due out July 28th. Welcome, and thank you so much, Lajon. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for taking the time. It's beautiful. It's summertime.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited. The new album's coming out. It's a lot of good things going on. We're trying to get back to some type of normalcy in this world, so let's do it.
Yeah, and last time we spoke for your last album. I think it was 2021. It wasn't video. It was just audio, so it's nice to actually see you. There we go.
Blood and Stone, the album that we didn't get to tour because we're all locked in our homes. So thank you for taking. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I'm really digging the album. I think it's a great hard rock album.
Thank you.
The opening track, I have to say, surprised me a little bit, which is I Might Let the Devil Win. It's interesting because it's very atmospheric. It's very haunting. It's very moody. What was the decision to open up the album with that song?
Well, very good. I feel like, us as a band, we're not afraid at this point in our careers to release stuff that we feel is good. And I think a lot of people are probably like, oh, man, what's going on, man? That song's not heavy. We don't get it. To me, that song is one of the heavier Sevendust songs that we've ever written. And it's so cool. And I feel like at this point of our career, too, everyone that's grown up with us, they've grown up. So it was okay. And you know what? To watch the other night, the response, because I removed myself from the album. After we record the album, I don't listen to it again. The only reason I know Fence and everything is because we put it in the set, and we have to put everything in the set. But to sit there in Orlando for the 2 days listening party that the people bought before they, other people got to hear the album, they paid a special price or whatever they did. Anyway, to watch the response, and that was the first song to come on, and everyone was just, and it was cool. I was like, our point, we did it. We did what we thought. It was like, they get it. They weren't looking around scratching their heads like, it sucks or it's not heavy enough. Everyone was in the moment. And by the end of the song, standing up. And so, it was really cool. And I think that was a good move on our part, just to let people know that we're not afraid to move the water a little bit.
Good for you. I was listening to it at night, and I didn't have the volume up because I said, he's going to explode. There's going to be some any second it's going to explode. And it didn't explode. It just was very even. And I did enjoy it, but so I was just kind of like waiting for that balloon to pop. And I was like, he's going to explode at any second.
Well, thank you. We try to wait to the very end to really make it stand out. Just the whole anticipation. I feel like that's what gravitates you to the song, because you're just like, the whole time it's angst.
That was a very unexpected song from my perspective. Is there any other songs that you think on this album are an unexpected Sevendust song?
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's several. I mean, I feel like this whole album to me is unexpected. I've never heard that question be asked, but now that you say it, I just made me think of this. I feel it's all unexpected because of the pandemic and the darkness that we all went through to be able to come to the point to write this album. I feel like we put the energy that we captured in these houses, not knowing if we were going to have these jobs again or when we were going to be able to do what we love to do. I feel that energy we were able to put it into this album. If that makes sense.
That's very good. Tell me about striking the balance of delivering to fans a consistent Sevendust sound, but allowing yourself to always experiment. I think that's important. The fans love it. It's familiar yet unfamiliar. So tell me about that.
I just feel like we're growing, like all of us, we write in our own studios at home, and we do our own separate projects and stuff. And for me, it's really cool to be in a band when you have guys that all of us write, and we all sing, and we all enjoy stuff. So it's never like, it's not a competition. It's like, what you got? You know what I mean? It's like, it's exciting to hear this other guy's idea. And if anyone knows each other more, it's us. You know what I mean? It's like, I look at writing music as you can have a group, and you could have the best group in the world because everyone's great players, but we're a band. We've been through divorces, marriages, deaths, births, breakups. I can't get back home because we're too far away. Who's here to understand the pain that you're going through? Us guys right here. That, you know what I mean? So it just makes it easier for the reason that we're still here together to this day, and making there's definitely been some nightmares, but the on the long run, it's been a beautiful dream come true.
Good for you. And that's why you call your fans family, I guess, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Family.
There's no fans out there, man. Especially now. I turned 50 last year, October 3rd, and I look out at the crowd now, and I see that 50-year-old man that was at the first Sevendust show in 98 or whatever.
Mhm.
And not only is he there with his wife, now he has his kids, and his kids have kids, and it's really cool to see. It's like, oh my God, like we're old, but old in a good, you know what I mean? They call us new metal. We're old, but it's in a good way, man. It's really cool to see that these generations are coming out and these families are bringing these kids to see Sevendust and have these memories. It makes, you know, I mean, what more could you ask for? I could never take it for granted.
Yeah, and you still look good, so it's all good, right?
Well, thank you. Smoke and mirrors, smoke and mirrors.
The whole band looks great. I mean, I saw you guys in 2019. You guys were all in shape. You guys are really rock solid.
Oh, we're trying to, and you know, John Connolly, he just ran the Boston Marathon and getting ready to do Ironman. We all got to try to, you know what? And Sevendust, we feel like it's a sport too, and then also we have kids, so you know, I'm baseball, football, all kind of stuff. They keep us young, but music keeps us young too.
Do you guys keep each other working out and physical in that respect?
Oh yeah,
you guys all good shape. Yeah. Oh, look at him, he's bulked up. Oh, I got to do that too. I can't.
Oh no, that I don't do that. I don't do that. I learned. I've never done that. I don't give a jive. If you don't like me, don't like me. I'm glad for you, but I don't care. You know, I ain't trying to compete with you. I ain't trying. You know, I'm happy. I love John doing the. I'll tell you what. This is funny. I told John, I was like, man, yeah, Boston Marathon. That's great. I said, if you want me to get one of my motorcycles and ride behind you and hand you water, I'll do that all day long. I have no desire to do that. I love the fact that you're awesome and you're Iron Man, but hey, that's your thing. My thing is riding motorcycles, jet skis, and boats.
I ran track and cross country in high school, and I said, I'll never run again. I will never run again, and I don't.
I did track and all that stuff in high school. It's so funny. My daughter is 15 years old. And so last year, you know, whenever school got back open after they were off, which was so weird, all of a sudden she's in high school. I'm like, oh my God, what? Yeah. That pandemic messed everything up. How are you in high school and getting ready to get I got her a car. But what was I going to tell you? What was the whole story? Oh, sorry. I just thought about my daughter being in high school again. What was the question though? What was I going to tell you?
We were just talking about the working out and not running track and field anymore. Not running anymore.
Oh, yes. So the daughter, yeah, she's like, yeah, Dad, I want to do, what'd she say? I want to do track and field, but I don't want to do track. And I was like, so you just want to do field? I was like, I don't think it works like that.
It's a javelin.
You're going, yeah. I was like, but no matter what, you're going to have to run somewhere. It's track and field. This is not field.
I never thought of it separate like that. That's a kid
exactly right.
That's a kid thing. I want to run that.
That's the way she went into it. She's like, no, I just want to do the field part.
Because I remember we used to run like. They used to make us run like 10 miles in practice.
Exactly.
For a 3-mile race. And I was like, oh my God. I said, I'm not doing that anymore. Too old for that.
Oh my God. I got enough of these track and field meets. I'm like, okay, you're jumping. You're doing a long jump twice. Why are we here from 5 o'clock until 8 tonight? I'm like,
yeah.
Get in there.
It keeps everybody out of trouble, and it keeps.
Hey, guess what? So it's good, and I love it. My daughter's working 3 days out of the week at our favorite restaurant that we've been going to for about 15 years, and she's a hostess, and she gets to work for like 3 hours. The owner lets her work, and it's good. Everything's kind of hopefully rolling good.
Yeah, good experience. Builds character. That's what I tell my daughter too. She's
How
old is she? At a store. She's just turned 19, and she's going for college, so she got a job as a waitress. So
where's she at college at?
She's at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay, all right. So where are you at in this beautiful
New Jersey.
place?
I'm in
all right. Your home is beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Cool.
I know you've been talking to a lot of people overseas today, right? I slipped in.
Oh my God. That's all I've been doing is, so I just got back with the family last evening from the lake house. Oh. And so this morning I started about 9 o'clock. Yeah. So it's been good. And tomorrow I'll do international press. But what that lets us know is with this new signing of the deal with Napalm, that things are really happening.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. You know, the press release talked about this album as a representation of things going on in the world from a lyrical perspective. There is no shortage of insanity to write about when crafting lyrics, but what topics are you drawn to? Do you like to focus on?
You know, man, we definitely don't want to do the political side of things.
Yeah.
we do the life things. Everything is a song that I feel like is uplifting, that's trying to bring people out of this darkness that we're in for the last few years. And we can all be everything, anything that we want to be. And I feel like that song is going to just definitely, hopefully, be an anthem to or a flag to fly for everyone. That's, you know, that summer song that we're all feeling good and
Yes.
we're gonna make it. We're back. I feel like this whole album is that a homage to that energy that we're gonna have now. I said on that last tour that we did for only 2 weeks with 2.5 weeks at Alter Bridge, there's a contagious energy in the air, not the sick contagious energy, but the energy, the contagious energy of we need this, and this is what we've been missing out on. And to see people back outside the bus at 9 o'clock in the morning, knowing damn well that we're not going to be on stage until 10 o'clock, it's just fun. You know what I mean? It's like they're there. This is what it's about. This is what we need. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. And to be able to get ready to go back out on tour, and for my wife to finally be like, get out of here. I know she can't wait for me to get out of here, man. I remember that, what me and my buddy went on down to the lake without them. She's like, you guys go down there for a couple of days and hang out and have a good time. Beat it. I was like, okay, well.
Don't have to twist my arm.
You don't have to twist our arm. It was a Father's Day weekend. Me and Jeff went down to the lake house before anybody else there, and we had the best time. And they showed up for Father's Day, but it was fun. That the wife was like, "Why don't you guys just hang out?" So I'm like, "I get it. She's ready for me to get out of here."
Time.
Yes.
You know, when you're crafting these lyrics, are you inviting people to make their own interpretation of the songs? Do you like that?
Thank you. Absolutely. That's the only way I like to write. Now, there's certain songs that you, of course, there's and you get it, and you cut through the side, and you know it ain't no back door. It's only, I know what he's talking about. I know what they're talking about. But a lot of times I definitely love for someone to interpret the song in their own way, because that's what I do with music anyway. I mean, that's what I think all music should be about, is it makes me feel like this in this moment. And you know, you think about things somebody had to do I hosted a show, and today a radio show, and I had to pick 20 songs, and it wasn't normally for the Raw, it was Kerrang magazine radio host. And I was like, you know what, man? And he's like, just pick anything. And I said, you know what, I want to do Isley Brothers, Summer Breeze. Yeah. And it goes far away, but it's still just music, man. It just makes you feel good. And I just love it all. And it's everything. Like I said, music is a healer, and I'm a doctor, and I'm just here to give the medicine.
Quick note. When I was in high school, I used to cut Ernest's lawn.
What?
Yeah.
Isley brother?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where at? Oh my God. Why? What happened?
I was in high school. I was working with a landscape company in the summer, and he had a house in Alpine, New Jersey. And, the service, we used to go out there and we used to cut his lawn. And he had this, I'll never forget, he had this big open room, glass circular room. And I would look in there because I was learning how to play guitar.
Yeah, you knew who it was.
I knew it. Of course I knew it was. And I would go in there and I'd be like, oh, I see a Strat in there and I see an amp.
No.
I never saw him. I never met him, but I was always looking at the window, poor guy.
What a great story, man. That is amazing. I would have been right there with you, and like in there, we'd have been in that house.
Yeah. My head pressed against the window.
So was the house amazing?
Yes. It was.
Was it a mansion?
Yes.
Oh wow, that is such a cool.
Alpine is a very, very one of the richest towns in New Jersey, and it's a. I think Eddie Murphy lived a couple of blocks away at the time. Now we're going back to like 82 or 83.
Right.
I don't know if he's still there, but
yeah. But Alpine, the neighborhood is still there.
Neighborhood, yeah. You know.
Oh man, I have to look that up.
Kind of like Beverly Hills type of scenario.
Yeah.
With the hills and stuff like that, and it was very nice.
Oh, I'm gonna look up Alpine, man. Thank you for sharing that story. That is so. I listen to the best of the Isley Brothers every morning on my say, hey Google, play the best of the Isley Brothers, and that's what's going on through the house.
I wish I would have met him. I didn't ever have a chance to meet him.
But still, that story, you were closer to him than any of us have been.
Oh, that's funny. Well, yeah, that's just a quick note on that. You know, personally, we talk about lyrics, and personally, lyric writing, I think, is one of the toughest things to do in the band. What was the quickest song to write lyrics for, and which was the toughest or took the longest to write?
Well, you say right. I still write with my
Oh,
Put a
wow.
little ink in there. Yeah, I still do.
Really?
When I
You don't
really
do it on
want
the
to get
computer?
well, sometimes I do, but a lot of times I like to write by hand, just for nostalgic reasons for me, and just
Okay.
just sometimes like I'll sit in here and turn the lights out. I have a lot of old collectible. I'll put on my old 1950s, and the only light will be on is that Budweiser light.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
got this kind of cool yellow light, and then I'll put this on, which is the first bulb that had the first world bulb that has a light in it. So I think that's from 19. I don't remember whenever you had a first lighting bulb. So
Wow.
that's an old piece. And this, my 50th birthday, I just got this. It lights up. But inside here is an actual Desert Storm real. Hold up. That's a 50 caliber gun.
Wow.
Yeah, I just got that from something just fell for sure. Anyway, so what was I saying? I just had to show you some of the stuff in the man cave. What was I saying?
Yeah. About lyric writing, about which song came the
which one came
right,
first?
which
All
one
right, so let me think. All right, I'll go from the hardest. The hardest one was Fence, because I think it's because we waited to the very end, and we were kind of like, hey, it's gonna make the album or not, but it was so true to Sevendust that we kept it in. Yeah, it was just. I think maybe it's because it wasn't very hard. I think it was just we had so many songs, and then at the end of it, you have to pick. And Fence was like, "Oh, we don't know," and I was like, "Yeah, we got to put this song in," and it turned out to be one of the coolest songs. Easiest song lyrically writing. Oh man, Hollywood. No, Fence would be the easiest song lyrically. Yeah, Fence.
Was it
because it's that old school seven? It was just that old school, just familiar Sevendust chant. Just angsty, and we can just get off. Yeah, I think Fence was the easiest song lyrically too, but the hardest song at the end.
How long does it take you to write a song? The lyrics. I'm talking the lyrics. Everybody's write the music, and you got a sense of what you want to do.
Okay, so lyrics can go you can write lyrics within like an hour, 20 minutes, 10, sometimes 5. You know what I mean? But then also lyrics can change. The next day you might want to go back in and be like, I'm feeling kind of like I don't know what that meant, but then sometimes a song can lyrically come out and you don't do anything. Like a song like Angel Sun, I never had lyrics for it. I was never able to write the lyrics down because it was the first time I felt like I dealt with death with someone that young in my life. And I was so nervous, like, what are we doing here at the studio? I don't have any lyrics. I don't know what to do. And I just said, put the headphones on and let's just try it. And that song right there, the first verse, life is changing, I can't go on without you. Never wrote that down, ever. That whole verse came out just like that. The second verse came around.
It's like funnel.
Didn't have any, nothing. I had nothing. Came to me just like that right there. And those songs, I got chill bumps. Those kind of moments right there happen sometimes more. No, I don't think they happen a lot.
Yeah.
Not for me, but some songs are very special like that. You know what I mean? And that was one of those songs. I hope that songs come to me like that, but for whatever reason, that song stuck really like that. Another song that really was easy, but I don't from Blood. What was it? From Blood and Song? Was it? What was that song? No, maybe it wasn't Blood and Stone. Passing, no. What was it? Decay was a good song like that came easy. What was it? There's so many songs that do that to us, man. I don't know, but yeah, that's it.
That's pretty cool. Do you have a soundboard that you somebody maybe outside of the band that you bounce ideas off? Does this make sense? Does this work?
Well, that would be Elvis, the producer that comes in, but that's the only thing that, he doesn't let. He's like, you guys are Sevendust. I can't. You guys do you. And he might come in. I feel like Elvis is a good police officer. Sometimes we need policing with the band. And but yeah, just Elvis. He might say a suggestion here, but he doesn't want to do that because he's like, you guys have been the band that you've been this long. And that's what I think our working relationship with him is incredible. I love writing with him. I love his ideas. I love doing vocals with him. He's been the best for me. When I'm in the studio with me, Elvis, and Jeff and his team there in Porterhouse, is the best. I clear everyone out. No one's able to be in there. Like somebody's in the band in there when I'm getting ready to do vocals. I might let them stay in there for a good 5 minutes just to get the vibe.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, exactly. And then you might see them look at me in the thing, but like, you just kicked us out of here. And I'm like, see you later. All right, don't be in here. Don't be in here micromanaging and just, hey, yeah, that was good. No, I don't want to hear that. Get out.
When did you realize you had a gift for lyric and songwriting like that? Because that's not an easy thing. And I imagine it develops over the course of the time in your career.
As a kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As a kid, watching my dad sing and write music in a band, always knew it. I don't know what it was. I just always felt like I was gonna do this. I didn't know what capacity.
Yeah.
But it's still a dream that I have. That I can't believe that I still do this. Maybe not to the point that I've liked to have been as far as the success of the band. I feel like we've definitely other bands have gotten bigger that I feel like whatever. But we're happy where I'm at. Yeah. It's been incredible, man. I would change some things. I would change some things, like some of the people that had their hands in our pockets that maybe should have had their hands in their pockets, because we were so young, and the only thing that we cared about was doing music and touring the world, and that's it. But then then we had to become businessmen.
Yeah.
In the music business, and that's something very important for all those kids out there too, that you have to kind of know what's going on business wise.
Sure. Yeah. So this is, I didn't know your father did that. So this is definitely in your DNA.
Oh man, it's from day one. My grandfather dated Aretha Franklin. Yeah, my grandfather dated Aretha Franklin back in the day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he was a singer too, and I just remember him telling me stories about Aretha's granddaddy. No, her dad, Reverend. He would say his name. Said he didn't like me at all. I get it.
You talked about the claymation. I'm sorry, you talked about fences and the claymation. I think that claymation makes the video and the song, it takes it to a whole nother level. I've watched it both the times. I think it's so entertaining.
Let me tell you what, man. So when that came up, hey, you guys are ready to do a video? I was like, no way, we're not ready. We're not ready to do a video. What can we do to not do a video, to be in it? So we had some ideas. We had some ideas, and all of a sudden, Tim, our manager, came up and said, "Hey, I got this guy," and he started sending us some reels. And for me, immediately, I was like, "Oh my God, Swim TV, Adult Swim." I'm like, Death, whatever. I'm like, that's all I thought about. I was like, this was what I remember when the kids were real small and I'd being there watching. Like, this is crazy. And they were coming, you have to turn the station. That was the new Sevendust video. So the nostalgia with it is so cool. And what I like to do is make a series of those type of videos, because so many people are like, oh my God, man, that is amazing. It reminds me just of that time. I like it. It was very cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, that was really cool. Did you like the representation of, and I guess the band, did you guys like the representation of yourself in clay?
Oh yeah, I think it's great. Some of us, Morgan didn't like it. I think Morgan's like, man, I look like a zombie.
You're supposed to be a zombie.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, well, I look so bad. I was like, that's what it's supposed to look like. But I thought it was fun. And actually, in our live set right now, our lighting guy, that's also Alter Bridge's lighting guy, he's able to mimic our light show, and it looks just like the video. So every once in a while, you might catch me, and I'm like,
oh, that's fun.
And it looks real because of the strobe lights. He's got the green and the reds going like the video, and it's amazing. Sometimes I turn around, I'm like, oh my God, we're in the video.
Did you get to keep the claymation of yourself, and is it in your man cave?
No, it's not. That's not. But this is.
That's cool.
It's LJ. I don't know what on tour broke it by transporting him to the house. No, but that's a good question. I need to get those claymation things. I'll have Tim send me those.
Yeah, you should definitely get that. That'd be really a clear box or something. That's like
that's that's a good idea. That artist has it, so yeah, I'm gonna get that.
There should be two, right? One for the zombie and one for the pre-zombie.
Absolutely, I'm sure he has more than that for all the stuff that he did. After I get off the phone with you, I'm calling. I'm saying, hey, give me that shit now. That'll be good on the wall here, like in a glass case.
Yeah, you got to have that in a glass case. That would be huge. Mm-hmm. Send me a picture. Post a picture.
Yes, I will. Yeah. I will. I'll make it happen.
When we talked in 2021 for Blood and Stone, you were talking about 2020. Excuse me. We talked about your solo album.
Yes,
and it's been going on for quite some time. When are we going to see the light of day?
Oh my God, that's crazy that you say that, because in 2 weeks, I fly back to Nashville to kind of wrap up some stuff, and I'm working with Andrew Bayless, and he's actually one of Jelly Roll's writers, one of his main writers, and his whole team, Michael Whitworth, and some other guys. And I'm going to go down there and probably do about three more songs. And I've also been working with the Four Horsemen group, Blair Daly and Zach Mahoney, Zach from the Nixons. So I'll probably have about 20 songs.
Wow.
And also with my buddy Sahaj from Raw. And it's all still in the making. And, with the Sevendust stuff coming out, I feel like Chess, and I'm just kind of taking my time. There's a lot of label interest in my solo stuff, and it's really cool. And I'm just going to see what happens after I go to this next run in Nashville. I have a couple of meetings with a few different labels and stuff. So it's still exciting, but I'm really excited about the music and the avenue that this will take me down.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know you've been talking about it for a while, so I'd like to.
Well, then what I could do after this, I could send over something to Kevin and have him send you something from me.
Oh, that'd be nice. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I want to be respectful of your time, and I have my last question. You're going to be on tour at the Alter Bridge for the summer, and then in the fall, you're going to go out with Static X. I'm going to be at the New Jersey show, August 2nd at Asbury Park. I'm definitely going to bring my earplugs.
I cannot wait for Asbury Park. I love it. Make sure we hang out and have a drink or something.
I will.
So the Asbury Park show, that's the outside stage, right?
Yes.
I cannot wait. Hopefully that pizza place is still open right across the street at the corner.
It is. It is.
Okay, good. All right, good.
The last time I saw you in Starland Ballroom, I forgot my earplugs and my ears hurt. I told you this. It hurt for days.
Oh, yeah.
2019. I am going to bring extra earplugs. Anybody out there listening, because you guys are the loudest band I have ever heard.
Oh, I don't know. Mammoth might come in a little hot too. They're going on 4th. They're coming in hot. So maybe wear the earplugs for them too.
I'll wear my earplugs the whole time, but yeah.
Okay. Hey,
I've been in bands and I never heard anything that loud.
That's crazy. So listen, let's make sure I'm going to get Kevin to make sure that we keep in touch, because Kevin will be at our publicist. He'll be at that show too. Let's make sure we talk and backstage and say hello.
Yeah. What songs are you going to do off the new album live?
We'll probably do Fence and Everything, and maybe add one other new song by that time.
Great. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing Offense. That'd be great.
Well, thank you, man. Hey, thank you for the time, man. Your house is beautiful. Good to see you, brother.
Thank you. So nice.
Hey, have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
All right.